Jai Sitaram. Balakand, chapter 56. Brahmana versus Kshatriya. In the previous chapter, we saw that sage Visvamitra obtained a whole lot of weapons from Lord Shiva, and he came to sage Vasistha's ashrama and he reduced it to ashes. And Vasistha was exceptionally angry and he took over his Brahmadanda. So now we are going to see the difference between the power of the might of a Brahmana and a Kshatriya. Verse 1. Evam ukto vasishtena Visvamitro mahabalah agneyam astram ukshipya tishta iti cha abravid. It required but a spark to kindle the smouldering ire of Visvamitra, and madly did he rush at his saintly host. Stay, stay, thou braggart! Darest thou to bear the lion in his den and Visvamitra among his troops? And hopest thou hence unscathed to flee? And he hurled at him the flaming weapon of the god of fire. Verse 2. Brahmadandam samudhyamya kaladandam iva aparam Vasishto bhagavan krodhat idam vachanam abravit. But Vasistha, now roused to a pitch of fury at this unwanted return of gratitude, raised aloft his Brahmana staff, not unlike the rod of death, and cried. Verse 3. Kshatriya bandho stito asmi esha yad balam tad vidarshaya nashyami adyate darpam shastrasya tava gadija. O vile wretch of a Kshatriya, I flee not. Here do I stay to give you a chance to parade your strength, your might, and your brand new weapons. O son of Gadhi, mark my words. Verse 4. Kva chati kshatriya balam kva cha brahma balam mahat pashya brahma balam divyam mama kshatriya pamsana. Your haughty spirit shall I quell and not lightly, and your supreme conceit in magical weapons you have come by. Pah! Your warrior energy, it is as the morning mist before the burning rays of the Brahmana might. Fie upon you, you standing disgrace to thy noble ancestors! You will show off your child's toys before me, will you? Well, you should have a taste of my Brahmana might, divine in its nature, mind you. Verse 5. Tasya astram gadhi putrasya ghoram agneyam uttamam brahmadandena tat shantam agneh vega iva ambasa. He spoke, and lo, the rushing weapon of the fire god, terrible to behold, was quenched out of existence, even as a stream of cold water puts out a blazing fire. Verse 6. Varunam chaiva raudram cha aindram pashupatam tatha aishikam cha api chikshepa rushito gadi nandana. Speechless with rage and grief, Visvamitra sped against Vasistha, that mighty master of spells, a continuous stream of magical weapons, the dreaded darts of Varuna, Rudra, Indra, and Pashupati. He also used a missile, which is a projectile through grass blade called Ishika. Verse 7. Manavam mohanam chaiva gandharvam svapanam tatha jrumbanam madanam chaiva santapana vilapane. He gave the astras, the manava, mohana, gandharva, svapana, jrumbana, madana, santapana, and vilapana. Verse 8. Shoshanam dharanam chaiva vajram astram su durjayam brahmapasham kalapasham varunam pasham evacha. He also went through the various pashas known as the noose of Brahma, Yama, and Varuna, the missiles known as Shoshanam and Dharanam, the drainer and the ripper, and the highly unconquerable thunderbolt. Verse 9. Pinakam astram cha dayitum shushka ardre ashani tatha danda astram atha paishacham krauncham astram tathaivacha. Also the missiles known as the Painakastra, dear to Lord Shiva, 2 bowls, the wet and dry, the Dandastra, the Paishachastra, and the Kraunchastra. Verse 10. Dharma chakram, kala chakram, Vishnu chakram, tathaivacha, Vavyam mathanam chaiva, astram hayashira tatha. He also used the Dharma Chakra, Kala Chakra, Vishnu Chakra, Vavyastra, Mathanastra, and the Hayashiras. Verse 11. Shakti dvayam cha kshepa kankalam musalam tatha vaidyadharam mahaastram cha kalastram atadarunam. He gave 2 Shaktis, Kankala, Musala, Vidyadharastra, Kalastra, and Darunam. Verse 12. Trishulam astram ghoram cha kapalam atha kankanam etani astrane chikshepa sarvani raghunandana Vasishte japatam shreshte tad adbhutam iva abhavat. He also used these and many more did he send forth against the Syrian Vasistha, and indeed it was wonderful to behold. Verse 13. Tani sarvani dandena grasate Brahmana sutaha teshu shanteshu Brahmastram kshiptavan gadhinandana. It was wonderful to see the son of Brahma, that is, sage Vasistha, swallowing these astras one after another with but his dread rod. Verses 14 and 15. Tat astram udyatam drishtva devaha sa agni purogama deva rishya cha sambhranta gandharva sa maha uraga trilokyam asid santrastam Brahmastra sa mudirite. Thereafter, when his newly stocked armory of magic weapons were exhausted, did the royal Visvamitra hold aloft the terrible Brahmastra and hurl it at his invincible foe. The god of fire and his fellows, the divine sages, the Gandharvas, the Uragas, and nay, the 3 worlds, trembled in sort of fright and confusion when they beheld the terrible Brahmastra speeding on its course towards Vasistha. Verse 16. Tat api astram mahaghoram brahmam brahmena tejasa Vasistha grasate sarvam Brahmadandena raghava. But he, the sage of restrained self and stern vows, stirred not, nor lifted a finger to ward it off, for his mighty Brahmana staff, charged with immeasurable energy, engendered to untold ages of meditation on the Supreme, absorbed it quite into itself, and naught was left of it. Verse 17. Brahma astram grasamanasya Vasishthasya mahatmanaha trailokya mohanam raudram rupam asid sudarunam. Terrible to see was Vasistha, the mighty one, when he drew into himself that most powerful of weapons, and all creation stood in dismay thereat. Verse 18. Romakupeshu sarveshu Vasishthasya mahatmanaha Maricha iva nishpetuhu agnih dhuma akula archishaha. Fearful to conceive was the supernatural brilliance of his form as the intaken energy poured itself out in flashing streams of blinding light, even as tiny sparks from a blazing fire. Verse 19. Prajvalat Brahmadandah cha Vasisthasya kara udyatah vidhuma iva kala agni yamadanda iva apara. And his staff was enveloped in sheets of flame, like unto the smokeless fire of destruction or the rod of time. Verses 20 and 21. Tato astvan muni gana vasishtam japatam varam amogham te balam brahman tejo dharya tejasa. Nigrhitah tvaya brahman Visvamitro mahatapah prasid japatam shreshta lokah santu gata vyatha. Then the sages on high bent over their clasped hands and prayed in tones of humble entreaty. O dread master of enchantments, inconceivable is thy might and invincible. Quench thou his all-consuming fire by thy supreme energy. Visvamitra of mighty tapas, thou hast been humbled by thee, and no mistake. Be gracious unto us, thou master of magic potent, and give peace and rest unto the trembling worlds. Verse 22. Evam ukto mahatejah shamam chakre mahatapah Visvamitro api nikrito vinishvasya idam abravit. But Visvamitra, sore stricken, sighed in impotent rage and baffled might, as if his heart would break. Verse 23. Dhik balam kshatriya balam brahma tejo balam balam ekena brahmadandena sarva astrani hatani me. Fire upon the puny warrior might, the Brahman energy, that is something to pray for and toil after. What? All my hard-won arms of terrible power baffled by that single staff in the hands of a Brahmana? Verse 24. Tat etat samavikshya aham prasanna indriya manasaha tapo mahat samasthasye yatvai brahmatva karanam. Now that I have convincing proof enough, I shall uproot love and anger from my heart, and with a calm self and serene, set myself upon the path that leads to the coveted eminence of a Brahmana. This concludes the 56th chapter of Bala. In the next chapter, we will see how Trishanku comes into play. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunabde Chakravarti Dhanurjaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Jai Sitaram.